How's it going, Sam?
How you doing?
My name is Ryan. I'm going to be your physical therapist today.
Nice to meet
and we're
you.
going to be doing an exercise stress test for you to make sure your heart has a normal response to exercise. So we're going to go ahead and get you started with a warm-up. So go ahead and start pedaling for me there.
Okay.
I took his resting vitals, and he was at his resting heart rate was 52 and a resting blood pressure of 112 over 70. And he was at low risk for cardiac disease based on some of the values, and he's a pretty physically active guy, so we can go ahead and get him started. And once the test starts, we're going to get him started at 2 kilograms of resistance, which is 600 kilogram meters per minute. So we're going to go ahead and have him do about a 2 to 3 minute warm-up now with zero resistance. And so he's done with his warm-up now. We're just going to go ahead and move on to the 6-minute Astran test. And so I'm going to go ahead and bump him up to 2 minutes here, or to 2 kilogram meters per minute. And so this is a RPE scale, so this is going to help you gauge how hard you're working.
Okay.
6 would be just really relaxed, sitting on your couch at home. 20 would be the hardest you've ever worked.
All right.
And so I'm going to have you keep going to that metronome like we talked about earlier.
Okay.
How's that resistance feel for you there?
Good.
And I assessed the seat height by having him stand next to it, and I put the seat height at the level of his greater trochanter. And he's at about a 5-degree knee extension bend at a full pedal stroke, so that's good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take your first blood pressure here. Go ahead and just rest your arm right here. I got 135 over 60. And I'll go ahead and take your pulse here. Good, I got 120 for pulse. And what's your RPE at about here?
I'd say it's about 12.
12?
Yeah.
So in about 2 minutes, I'll go ahead and do all those again, make sure your heart is responding correctly.
Hope so.
Is that resistance feeling all right for you?
Yep.
Good. And based on his age, his max heart rate was 192. And so we're trying to get him in a submax range of 60 to 85% of his heart rate max. So we want that range to be within 115 and 163. And his last heart rate was 120. So it's well within that range. take another blood pressure on you here. And just rest it in my arm. And you're at 140/70, so still looking good. We had an expected rise in your systolic blood pressure. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take your pulse now. Good, we're at 128, so that's good. And how about your RPE now?
I'd say I'm like 13, somewhat hard.
13? Good. And so I'm going to go ahead and take one more pulse on you, get your heart rate, and make sure you're within steady state. And then we can go ahead and stop the test if that's back. Good, and I'm at 132 that time, and we were at 128 last time, so we are within steady state. So we can go ahead and stop the test. We're going to go ahead and drop your resistance down, and so you can do about a 3 to 5 minute cool down. And then once you're all cooled down, we'll have you sit down and we'll take your blood pressure, heart rate, and RPE one last time.
Okay.
And we'll be all set.
Great.
Yeah, thanks for working with me.
Yep.